Welcome back to More Sip the Tally. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and today we're going to take a look at the wide receiver for the Rams, Puka Nacua. And I think I'm saying his last name right. If I'm not, correct me in the chat box. But 25 catches over 2 weeks, 260 yards, a little over 10 yards a catch. Is he good or is he not? I saw these numbers and I saw the rave for everybody picking him up on fantasy teams and talking about how he's Cooper Kupp's replacement and he's just as good as Cooper Kupp and whatnot. So I decided to pull the film and look for myself. And just charting all of his plays, these are the trends that I came up with. So he lined up at the X, which in my terms is the far left receiver. And I know in different situations you call it different things, but for me I have to keep it how I know it, which is the far left receiver. So he lined up there 4 times. As the A, the slot receiver on that same side, he lined up there 7 times. The B, the slot receiver on the right side, he lined up there 3 times. And at the Z receiver, he lined up 13 times. So Sean McVay moved him all over the formation, which is good. And we know Cooper Kupp does that same thing also. But let's take a look at what he did, post snap, once the ball is snapped. Ran a curl 6 times. Dig 4, slant or some version of slant, maybe a slant stop or not, 5 times. And then he ended up cracking the end 3 times. Now, they did one play that I felt like they did it twice, actually. They had him either come in motion or line up as like a wing player, go inside the tight end and run a corner route both times. And I thought that was kind of cool, I guess, to try to get people to forget about him, making them think it's a run. And then he exploded upfield for a deep route. Now, they didn't hit him on either one of those, but I just thought it was cool the way they did it. So my thing is, I want to know is, how good is he? Let's go check it out. Welcome. All right, let's get in this Puka Nacua tape. Let's get into it. See, spot shadowed at the top of your screen. And, I kind of gave you a little breakdown of what he ran and what he did in this game. And we'll kind of, see how good he is, really. So now you got a curl, free release, nobody pressing him. They're running curl flat versus 4-ish look. Simple. Because the flat player is taken by the running back. Running back occupies the flat player. He just curl up right behind it. So it was quarters to that side. I don't know what it was to the bottom, but that was simple. Easy. Free release, curl, sit down, catch the ball. Even though it's a bad throw by Stafford, catch the ball. It's another play, and these are his 5 biggest plays now. He got 6, 5, 5, 20, 9, 8, 13, 7, 14, 12, 8, 9, 5, 17. So I got his 5 biggest plays. Spot shadowed there. Again, another free release, another curl. Another free release, another curl. Like most college receivers can do this. Like this guy right here don't even really collision him. He just pass him along. He don't collision him, try to get him off his route or nothing. He just pass him along. This ROA right here. This route's on air. This should be completed every time. Again, so I can't say he got, this skill set that does this, and this. I just haven't seen it yet. Now, that's not hate. That's just, I don't know if teams are respecting him. Look how much cushion he got on this one. Same type look. Because they in a tight condensed set. He gets a free release. Run 2 end cuts. A curl in an end cut. Wide open. McVay getting him open now, we'll say that. And if he constantly get open like that and they constantly disrespect you, you're supposed to catch the ball. You're supposed to. Now, I didn't watch the first game, but this game he had 15 catches. Most of us can catch this. Most of us can do this. If we can still run. In us listening that can still run, most of us can do this. Now, taking them hits and stuff, we probably can't do, but just running a little dig, uncontested, we can do that. Mine might be 900 times slower than his, but it can get done. Now, he getting pressed. Let's see what he do versus press. Runs a shallow. 7 doesn't really try to press him. He's just in his face. He never reaches his hands out to put anything on him. So don't know about, don't know if his releases are how well they are. And then he gets picked. 7 gets picked off by Fred Warner chasing the tight end. So again, it's more McVay getting him open. That's my conclusion. He ain't doing nothing, extravagant, having these crazy releases or making these great, immaculate catches. He's working the system. And the system's working for him. Look at this. He's a wide receiver now. Look who's on top of him. A linebacker and a safety. A linebacker and a safety. Now the linebacker blitzing. So look at all this space in the middle of the field. You can already tell what's coming. Look at the space the linebacker avoided. Avoided. Slant right there. Again, uncontested. So my thing is, 25 catches over 2 games. When is somebody going to get up on him and make him see how good of a receiver he is? Or he just going to let him keep having these open routes, these easy routes, these uncontested routes? At some point, the man leading the league in catches. Somebody got to challenge him. Or do they disrespect your game that much they just let you have him? Just let you get what you get. But I will say this, though. Sean McVay has done a great job of scheming this guy open. Because if he's playing the Cooper Kupp role, and he had 25 catches already, Cooper would probably have 35 or 40. Because I promise you, that first game where he had 10 catches, Matt Stafford wasn't just seeking it out saying, I'm going to throw it to Puka. He just happened to be open. In the second game, he may have done that because he had 20 targets. And I didn't mention that earlier. He had 20 targets this game. 20. TW, 20. So my thing is he's fit the scheme. The scheme's good for him. Sean McVay's doing a good job of play calling because his routes are wide open. He ain't being contested at all for the most part. On his 5 biggest yards gained, he wasn't contested at all. He had the guy in his face on this play right here to press him. Well, not this one. On this one. And the guy didn't try to press him. He just was up there on him. And it just happened to be man and he got picked off. The defender got picked off. So it's be interesting to see how the defense plays Puka in week 3. And I'll definitely be watching to see if he goes off again. I know a lot of people have picked him up on fantasy teams, and you should. You should. If you didn't have him and he had 25 catches over the first 2 weeks for 260-something yards, you should pick him up. But I've yet to see the quality of receiver Puka is, and I'm interested to see what it was. That's why I went and grabbed the tape and tried to watch him and see what he did. So I appreciate you guys for coming through. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me with more Sip to Tally. And thank you guys, and I'll see y'all soon. Again, the motto, film then more film, because the film don't lie, unlike some people. And we out.